kind of senior year, we got into marketing yourself for the industry, and that just really actually kind of turned me off to that, because it's so, pigeonholed, and it's like exactly what you look like is what parts you will get. And I was like, that's such a pity to waste like the emotional and intellectual depth of all these actors that I know who would only play that. So it's kind of part of why this company started. And also I was like, no one's going to pay me to do these weird things that I want or hire me, so I have to do it myself. But so for Macbeth,
do it.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it's the play that we started with was Twelfth Night, which has kind of drag written into it. But I like to explore it with plays that I think it kind of highlights the gender roles in the text and questions them kind of in a Brechtian way. Brecht was an influential theater critic and director and creator after World War II, who is really accredited to doing things like, breaking the fourth wall and kind of reminding the audience that they are seeing this story, taking you out of it. So it's not only a catharsis, but also it makes you takes you out of the situation so you can intellectually think about it. So that's kind of what we like to do with the gender roles.
That's kind of your mission over there. Players, right?
Yeah, definitely a part of it.
That's great. It's so funny. So many artists are working so hard to get roles and get hired, and they get frustrated. But you kind of did it the right way, I think. You created something that you wanted to do. You did it yourself, and you're still doing it, and you're still going strong with it. I think that's great.
Yeah, we've been doing it for about a year. Over the course of kind of 2012, we're going to really expand. We're working on applying to become a nonprofit. We're going to have like 4 or 5 shows, maybe a couple in rep. I'm going to direct Cloud 9 by Carol Churchill after, which our first non-Shakespeare show, which has reverse gender roles kind of written into it, and it's really interesting.
That's great.
When
is that coming up?
Not sure yet, but
that'll be the next.
Yeah, that'll be the next show. Maybe in rep with something else, but we're really expanding. But right now we have, counting this weekend, 4 more weekends of Macbeth, which is great.
You over at the Lyric Hyperion Theater?
It's in Silver Lake. It's a really cute cafe, and you can come in and get, a coffee or sandwich. You can take it into the theater and eat it while you watch the show.
That you don't see often.
I know. It's great.
What about wine? Can you bring wine in?
They're applying for their liquor license right now.
Okay.
But you should drink wine before the show.
Yes.
Or bring it in a flask.
Right. So technically, legally, guys, you can't bring wine in. But if, you happen to bring it in a flask, it might be okay. I don't know. If no one sees you.
Goes well with theater.
Yeah, it really does. At Theater Palisades, we offer wine for the opening nights, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
So what about you personally? How did you begin your acting journey? Is this something you always wanted to do, or is it something that you just kind of got into later on?
Yeah, I definitely always wanted to be an artist of some kind. When I was a kid, it was a little more of a visual arts, but pretty early on I got into performing, and I was really serious about acting for a long time, and I still love it. I haven't done it for like a year because I've been directing a lot.
Busy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just something I've always loved the theater. It's just really spoken something in me. I think it's kind of, I don't know, the theater is in a place, and I think it's been stuck in this place for like 50 or 60 years, where it's kind of become this idea of this old kind of dusty, archaic thing, and no one really wants to go see theater, and kind of being bored is part of it. Peter Brook, the brilliant theater director, creator, and innovator, he wrote this incredible book, The Empty Space, and he wrote it in the 70s, and it's all still relevant now, which is mind-blowing. But one of the things he writes about is the deadly theater, and that's kind of the world that we live in, where, like a lot of community theaters, they have to cater to who will pay, like upper middle class white old people, and then they have to do the shows that they want to see, and it's not about the art anymore.
It's considered an old time thing when it's really not the case. There's
a lot of
really good modern theater.
Very different. We got drag, we got blood, we have writhing witches, magic, and fog.
That sounds awesome.
It is awesome.
For the next 4 weekends, guys, at the Illyrian Players, IllyrianPlayers.com. I'm saying that right, aren't I? Illyrian.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
That comes from Twelfth Night, our first production. It's in the country, it's kind of near Croatia, I guess where it used to be is Illyria, but in the play it's kind of this magical land.
Oh, okay.
Where everything is a little skewed, things are not what they are. And players, because, it's kind of a Shakespearean company kind of a thing, even though we're going to do all sorts of stuff.
Pretty cool. Can't wait to see it. Check them out, guys, IllyrianPlayers.com for the next 4 weekends at the Lyric Hyperion Theater, Macbeth, Reversed Gender Roles. We got one more segment. You're going to stick around for a little bit,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
Carly?
definitely.
Cool. We're going to come back with some more music from Belinda Oakley. Playing another song off her CD. Good stuff. All right. If you have any questions for Carly Wechstein or Belinda Oakley, give us a call, 1-800-336-2225. That's 1-800-336-2225, and we'll be back on La La Land right here on CRN Digital Talk.
That's Brett Chapin,
And that's Nettie Liddell.
the dynamic duo from La La Land with Brett and Nett, Saturdays at 3 Pacific.
Have you ever clicked the like button on a Facebook fan page to show your support?
Well, that's great. That's what we figured.
Because we have